We are in the middle of an opioid epidemic, but according to the National Capital Poison Center, this is actually the third wave of the crisis.
The first wave began in 1991 when deaths involving opioids began to rise, following a sharp increase in the prescribing of opioid and opioid combination medications for the treatment of pain. The second wave started around 2010. A Sioux Falls woman was devastated by the first two waves of this epidemic. As Angela Kennedy reports in tonight's Eye on Kellerland, she's sharing her story publicly for the first time because of the recent rash of deaths locally due to opioid abuse.
Brianna Lovis's childhood was less than ideal. This is the only picture she has of her and her single mom, Tracy. In 1990, when Brianna was 5 months old, she was riding in her car seat while her mom drove.
And she lost control on the gravel and flipped and rolled. She was ejected out of the window and landed on a barbed wire fence on her neck.
Tracy Lovis suffered nerve damage from the barbed wire, resulting in the loss of the use of her right arm. She also had her spleen removed. Brianna says her mother was in constant pain.
She was depressed just because of the way her life was, she was disabled and she was sick all the time and she couldn't do the things that she wanted to do.
Brianna says her mother was also overprescribed opioid painkillers.
She literally carried around like a purse full of prescriptions.
Brianna says her mother's addiction to painkillers also meant she wasn't there for her as she grew up.
She would take them and then she'd lay on the couch and that would where she'd spent her day, is laying on the couch.
In 2007, Brianna gave birth to her own child, a boy whom she named Keyshawn, or Key for short.
And he changed my life for the better. He was fearless. He'd see a tractor bigger than me, and he wanted to climb it, he wanted to drive it, he wanted to know all about it. And dogs, didn't matter what size it was right there.
Brianna says Key knew his grandmother, but she was always hesitant to leave him with her because of her addiction. Then one day, she was in severe pain.
And I couldn't find anybody to watch my kid, so I called my mom. I'll never forget the day I dropped him off. She was awake, she was fine, she was sitting there, she was watching TV, she was drinking coffee.
It turned out Brianna was having an appendicitis and needed emergency surgery. After 2 days in the hospital, she went home to recover, leaving 2-year-old Keyshawn with his grandmother.
But the day I dropped him off, I always told him, we don't say bye, we say, I'll see you later. And I said, all right, Key, bye-bye, Mommy, we'll see you in a little bit. And he looked at me and he said, no, Mom, not bye, it's later. And I had this feeling that I shouldn't leave him. I had this feeling that, that I should just bring him with me. And I told myself, you'll be okay. And that's the last time I see my son alive.
The next morning, she awoke to a pounding on her door and was told Keyshawn was taken to the emergency room.
And I just remember her saying, Keyshawn's not breathing.
According to hospital records, Tracy Lovis checked on Keyshawn that morning, but he was sleeping and would not arouse. She attempted to give the child coffee by mouth, including via syringe, and he was unable to tolerate this. She noted his breathing was odd and he was gasping.
My son overdosed on an 80-milligram Oxycontin.
80-milligram Oxycontin pill?
Yes.
Medical records say there are a host of medications in the house that he was staying at. Both the great-grandmother and the grandmother deny that he would be able to get in these, as they were locked up and they were with him most of the evening. But Keyshawn's urine test was positive for opioids.
That's what gets me is if you didn't know, then how did my son have coffee in his lungs?
Tests show that Keyshawn was brain dead, and Brianna made the decision to take him off life support.
And I held him. So when they took him off life support, I held him like he's my baby. It was the saddest, most peaceful moment of my life. It was weird. I felt him be at peace. I don't know. It was 1 minute, he just, his body got heavy, but the room got lighter. And that's how I knew that my son was gone.
Medical records show that Keyshawn's doctors were concerned about the possibility of child abuse in this case and contacted Sioux Falls police.
My mom would have been charged with failure to seek medical attention because she didn't call the ambulance, she didn't call the police, she didn't do any of the stuff that she was supposed to do. They pumped 4 cups of coffee out of my son's lungs.
For months following Keyshawn's death, Brianna pushed prosecutors in her son's case to file charges against her mom.
I just wanted justice for my son. They were charging my mom with negligent homicide and failure to seek medical attention. And the day that they were going to arrest her, they actually found her dead.
At just 36, Tracy Love's cause of death was oxycodone and a number of other drugs. She died nearly 4 months to the day of Keyshawn's death.
My family likes to say she died of a broken heart, but I know that she died the same way my son died.
Brianna says she couldn't cope and began using illegal drugs herself, although she steered clear of opioids.
And you paid a really high price.
Yes.
You personally.
Yeah.
Brianna has now been clean for 5 years and has a 4-year-old daughter named Sophie.
I feel like sharing my story with me losing my son could possibly help somebody with their addiction, like whether you get clean for your kids or for yourself, just do it. Like it's worth it.
And she says talking about Keyshawn is part of her healing process.
Keeping his spirit and his memory alive really helps me.
With Eye on Kettleland, I'm Angela Kennecke.
175 people die every day in this country from drug overdoses. We put a number of resources for you on this story if you or a loved one is suffering from opioid addiction. We'll be right back with today's sports highlights.